goddess. She was the sort of woman that made a man aim higher. She was the sort of woman that made a man think, screw this paper route. I can be a busboy. On our first date, we drank ever-fresh carbonated juices, and we listened to cassette tapes, and we imagined a bold future where every Canadian band would have its own Boran drummer and penny whistler. We talked and we drank carbonated beverages until the wee minutes after 11 p.m. And then I went home. And the next day I talked to my father. I saddled up two of my mother's fastest bull mastiffs, and my dad and I set out for a ride along the hydro corridor that stretches Hamilton's beach strip. I said, Dad, I met the woman I'm going to marry. And he said, are you sure about this? And I said, no, Papa, I'm not sure. And he said, are you still writing your poems? And I said, yeah, I'm still writing my poems, the ones about winter and the importance of being emotionally remote. Well, you might have to give up those poems if you want to marry this girl. Really, Papa? I said, that will not be easy, Papa. I am unsure. And my dad said, when young people are sure of things, they make horrible choices. If you are as unsure as you say, then you must marry this woman. Now my brothers, and my mother and my sister are here, and they're thinking, there's no way that Dad actually said those things, and maybe he didn't. But he looked at me with his eyes, and he did that thing with his hands that he does when he's thinking and not talking. And that's the same as saying it, so it's true. And my mother was much more practical in her response. I said, Mother, I met the woman I'm going to marry. And she said, let me roll my eyes into the back of my head and read the future. She said, there will be a hurricane at your wedding. She said, the tent water will pool up and then fall upon your mother-in-law.
Highlight of my day.
The wedding salads would not be dressed, and the sausages will not get put out, and the dogs will eat the potato salad. She said, your sister-in-law will fall in the flower garden, your workmate will tumble down the basement stairs, and children will inappropriately fondle the sculpture of the reclining nude on the back porch. At the end of the night, everyone will be covered in mud, and many will acquire a taste of gin that they never knew they had.
Amen.
And I said, Mama, what does this all mean? It sounds like a terrible omen. And she said, no, it's a test, son. Disorder and joy will both be guests at your marriage. And if you send one of them away, the other will follow. Therefore, you will have to feed them both. Yes. Our wedding was all of these things. It was all of these things and more. It was chaos and disordered, and people fell downstairs and into the flowers, and there was drunkenness. But the point is, and my mother was so smart to say this, or not say this, my mother was so smart to not explain the joy, because she knew that it's not good to anticipate joy. You have to experience joy when joy happens. And at the wedding, with all these things going wrong, what there were people tumbling down the stairs, yes, but they were tumbling down the stairs in ebullience. They were tumbling down the stairs by choice. And yes, Lenore's mother got drenched by water from the hurricane pooling up in the tent. And there was a brutal moment where everyone stopped, wondering what was going to happen. And when Fran, when Bobcha started laughing, everyone started laughing. And it meant that this wedding could continue. And the thing that I learned at our wedding was a thing, it took me a long time to learn it. I noticed it at the time, but I didn't fully appreciate it until much, much later. And it was something that your Chacha Barb did. Chacha Barb, who's no longer with us, as are Lenore's parents and my sister and my father and so many other people who were at our wedding. But Chacha Barb, who I barely knew, had this capacity. She had this capacity to somehow, ineffably, suck in all the love from a room and shine it out of her eyes like unicorn laser beams. It was crazy. And it's a thing that I've noticed, that it pervades the Lukasik family, and it pervades my family, and it pervades the Borises and all the other families that are connected to our family. It's a thing that we are so lucky to have, to know so many people who can somehow, without saying a word, suck all the love out of a room and send it out of their eyeballs. It's an amazing thing. And here's my point, if I actually have it.
Sonder.
Is that getting married young is a reckless, unconscious, chaotic thing to do. And it will only work. It will only work if you have families behind it. And we have not two. We don't have just an extended Foss family and an extended Lukasik family. We have three. We have the family that are comprised of all the people that we know here, too. We have mighty, mighty networks of families that are here tonight that we have been so utterly blessed to have constantly in our life. Over 25 years, we've never been in a want of a family, and that is a family of friends, a family of blood, a family of people that we know. We are so proud. The only reason we wanted to have tonight happen was to say thank you. Thank you so much for being our family. We feel like the most blessed people on this planet to have consistently had this universe of people around us. I have no more to say.